Hi guys, I'm Alisha and this is Bhavik.
Hi.
And we've decided to get married in Italy. So we decided to get married here in Italy because obviously it's beautiful. You've got all the views, and it's also great temperature, much better than the UK. And we came to visit Italy about 4 years ago and absolutely loved it. Yeah, it was one of our favourite holidays, so we just loved it. We also know that our family always wanted a wedding abroad because obviously it's more relaxed, it's more of a holiday feel, and it just means that our guests can extend their stay a little bit longer and have more fun with it. Yeah,
I think the food's quite good as well. Like Italian food complements Indian food a little bit, and it's well known. So I think a lot of, Indian people in the UK have Italian food as a second cuisine, and it just matches well. So you can do good blends with food when you're in Italy.
Yeah. So we found Svetlana and her team we're just online.
Yeah, I think
searching.
We Googled it. We just searched Italian weddings, Indian weddings in Italy, and Svetlana came up quite quickly on. There were some videos, good introductory videos that Svetlana's put on the website that kind of give you a bit of a breakdown of like what you can expect when looking for a wedding in Italy. And then we simply just arranged time with Svetlana, and it was good from day dot. Like I think the conversation we had with Svetlana in that first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of searching was quite good.
Like everybody's really responsive, so emails straight away to Best Indian Weddings, and Svetlana replied pretty quickly, and then we managed to arrange a video call, and pretty much as soon as we finished the video call we were like, she knows what she's talking about. We were pretty impressed actually. I think she knows more about Indian weddings than we do.
100%.
And we know that we wouldn't be able to help too much, so we had a lot of faith in her, and obviously with all of her experience and her teams. So we decided pretty quickly that we wanted to go ahead. So we were also considering as an option Greece, because again we liked the country. So on the same day we actually had a video call with a planner in Greece. However, we kind of felt like she was very experienced with Indian weddings, and she did say that she'd need quite a lot of help from us to explain Indian weddings, how it all goes and things like that. So we didn't really feel as confident with what they would be able to offer us, because we're not exactly pros on Indian weddings either. So the difference from our conversation with Svetlana and this other planner was a big difference really. So it was really easy to make that decision. It wasn't really difficult at all.
Yep.
With the scouting of the venues, obviously me and Bhavik, we had absolutely no clue about where to start, which areas to look at. So there was a form that we filled out very early on in the process, which had quite a few questions about what we wanted, what we thought we would like, areas,
just
what sort of style.
Narrow down the search, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, so then obviously then Svetlana and her team could then figure out what sort of places we liked. We personally were quite open because we just kind of wanted better weather than the UK, and something that was pretty. So we then, Svetlana then came back with roughly about 10 venues, I think it was. And it was all put in a PDF form. So each venue, she gave us specific information about its history, the culture around it, the area, and also obviously things like accommodation, rough prices, and obviously lots of photos of the places, so you could get a pretty good idea as to what sort of place you're looking at. And obviously,
and then there was like a cost breakdown as well, which it's always useful to have kind of a bit of a breakdown of like the venues that we have shortlisted and then the cost behind it, so then we can compare each like line by line, just making sure that they stack up against each other well.
Yeah, so it's actually a really, really good idea, because it just meant that we could easily compare them, and even though we didn't see all the venues physically, we were able to narrow it down. So then we narrowed it down to 3 venues, and then we managed to book our trip over here to Italy. And Svetlana had managed to arrange everything, so we were driven around and basically saw the 3 venues, and then very, very quickly I was here. Bhavik wasn't able to make it for that trip, but very quickly I walked into Castello di Rossiano and was like, this is the one. It's a beautiful place. It's a castle in Umbria, and it looks pretty magical, actually. So I think if anyone's ever dreamt of having a wedding in a castle, then this is pretty much it. I mean, it comes with the lights, the trees, the views, and all the spaces are pretty much perfect for an Indian wedding, especially because we have quite a lot of guests. But yeah, you can. All the spaces are pretty flexible, so we can pick and choose which area we want, indoors and outdoors. Catering is really flexible, drinks, everything like that. So it literally ticked all of our boxes, to be honest.
Yeah. I think the indoor and outdoor just is to be highlighted, just in case. Like, you never know what the weather's going to do. Obviously, it's more predictable than the UK, but if there's by the off chance it's going to be raining or it's just a bit too windy outside, you can always change what the plan is for the day, and then you can make that adjustment. And having that flexibility was just really key for us to make sure that we have the right day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredibly generous.
The portions are massive. They gave us a full portion for each actual food choice, which was crazy, but very, very nice, actually. They gave us all the wines that would complement them, so we could also choose which wines we wanted. We'd obviously chosen which dishes we wanted to try beforehand, and we then got a list of it, so we knew what we were trying. And yeah, we're pretty much in a food coma right now. We've had lots of wine and lots of food, but it was great, actually, and I think we've got a much better idea as to what we'd want for the wedding and which bits we'd want and for what events. So yeah, really, really useful. And the guys here are really, really nice, actually. They're really helpful, very generous, and really easy to talk to.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've been here for a day, and yeah, I'm a big fan of like the way that obviously the staff have treated us throughout the whole experience, and Svetlana being here was quite good because we could kind of navigate the conversation a little bit better. So when we were going through the foods, it was helpful to have Svetlana there where she could kind of say, okay, so when would this work, or like how would this work, and just using her experience we were able to kind of decide a few things early on, so that when it comes to the wedding time, there's less and less stuff to worry about later on, and we can kind of tick some boxes early on.
Yeah, she's got all the ideas that we wouldn't have, so yeah, we need her.
Yeah.